Hello, everyone. This is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne, bringing you a video today titled How to Keep a Good Man. But before we go any further, always know that my videos that are in the dating space, they are inspired by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to the brand new How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at www.matthewchorne.com. Go ahead and get your copies. They're both amazing books. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And just thank you for spending some time with me today. And I'll get right to it. Today's video is titled, once again, How to Keep a Good Man. This particular man I'm talking about, he's definitely worked on himself. He's attractive spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. When you look at him, you can tell that he has a discipline about himself. It's in his energy, it's in his appearance, and there's something special about this man. And there are a number of them that do exist, even if you don't encounter them on a regular basis. There are definitely good men out there, and in totality, they're checking for good women. If you think about this man and why he's single, first of all, he's not a perfect man, but he's a man that has made a declaration as to the type of man that he's going to be, meaning that he learned from every experience that he had in every relationship, in every interaction, in every type of situation that he's been in with women. He's learned from it. And the first thing that he does when an interaction ends is that he points the finger at himself and he asks, what was my contribution to this not working? He does a self-examination, which allows him to consistently evolve and to grow. This man is elevated. This is not your ordinary man. And you may get a few of these men in your lifetime, but it's a difference between encountering this man and actually getting into the space of the man to a capacity that it can lead to something that is sustainable over time. There's a huge difference. Life is not about who you encounter, it's about who you let in. And it's also about who you can get in the space of after you've encountered them. So you want to make sure that you recognize who this man is. He's desirable. There's no shortage of women who desire this man. It's just the fact that he hasn't found compatibility. Women often greet him with a desire, with lust, with an openness to get to know him, but he just hasn't found compatibility. He doesn't have a shortage of women. He has a shortage of women he's compatible with. So I'm just getting more into depth about this type of man. So the only thing that this particular man wants from you is desire and respect. He's in your space beyond just encountering you. He's in your space because, number one, of course, he finds you physically attractive. That's the beginning of any conversation between a man and a woman. In addition to that, he sees that you have desirable attributes, meaning that you have a character, a movement, an energy, something about you that is a match for who he is, beyond the physical attraction. And that's more important than the physical attraction, because those intangibles, those are the things that dictate that man's quality of life. So he sees good qualities in you, and he's also very physically attracted to you. That's going to start any conversation, and it's actually going to give that man hope. But given that he sees these things about you, he has a level of respect and a level of desire for you. And the only thing that man wants in return, I promise you, is to be desired and respected in the same capacity that he desires and respects you. I promise you, it is that simple. Over time, we get to see who people really are. That man just wants to see your back against the wall. He wants to see life deal you some situations and see how you handle them. He wants to see you in vulnerable positions so he can see the truth of who your character is. And those are the things that allow you to keep the good man, is that when he can respect you, he can desire you, he knows that's coming back. He can see who you are over time. He can trust your character. He doesn't expect you to be perfect, but he sees your desire to grow and to evolve. Okay? And he sees that you are constantly becoming. and you're arriving and reaching certain benchmarks that really make him feel safe with you in terms of what kind of quality of life that he can have with you. That's how you keep a good man, is you show up the way that he's showing up to you. Now, single-handedly, the worst thing that any woman can do, and especially, my books are geared towards black women. The worst thing that a black woman can do to a good, successful black man is to posture yourself above him as if you're better than him. This is what normally happens. A man shows up, he's respectful, he shows his desire for you, he's not holding anything back, he's consistent, he's doing all the right things, and he's doing this over time. Normally, there's one disrespectful act that was unprovoked from the woman that turns him off. And I hate to get, personal. I'm not saying I'm this quintessential representation of good black men, but I believe I am one. And I can say single-handedly with the women who I've been very interested in, there was a spark, there was a desire, there was a real interest that existed when I encountered these women and I was dealing with them. There's always an extremely disrespectful act that I can never come back from. And also having conversations amongst my young, successful black male friends, this is the case with them as well. There's some sort of innate belief that no matter how successful the man is, no matter what he's accomplished, no matter how he's showing up, a lot of black men are used to not being respected and seen as less than the black woman by black women. One encounter I had with that was when this book right here, when this came out, How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. When this book came out, there were many women contacting me, and they weren't disrespectful, but they just openly said that they were taken aback by the title. And I asked them, if the book was titled How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Women for Black Men, would they have a problem with it? And at that point, their back was against the wall, and they started dancing. And I said, hey, I asked you a direct question. You got in contact with me. I'm taking my time to speak with you. Would you have a problem with that title? And every last one of the women said that they would not have a problem with that title. And what that showed me is that it's okay for a black man to improve himself for black women, but it's beneath the black woman to improve herself for an optimal top-tier black man. And that's a problem. That one thing is how many women fumble very good black men right there. Is somehow, some way, they convince themselves in their mind that they're better than him. And that comes out in their interaction, and eventually you're on borrowed time. Something is going to happen that is so disrespectful, that is unprovoked, and so disrespectful that it's going to push this man away. Learn to value black men. That plays a very large role in keeping a black man, a good, successful black man. Learn to value them. Really, really learn to value them. If they're showing up the right way, they have the attributes you're looking for. You have that kind of man that's turning heads. Your girls are like, where did you find him? The ones that are really desirable. Every man deserves that, but don't mess it up with a good man that's checking for you, because you're not going to get too many of those, especially as you get older. It gets harder. So just show up with a level of respect and desire and consistency. Like, it's really that simple. Like, it's nothing complicated. And that's why a lot of, these successful black men are single, because they refuse to put themselves in situations that are not a match for how they see themselves. And they do have a healthy level of self-respect and self-awareness. So this was just, my advice today on how to keep a good man. It's really that simple. Just desire and respect him over time. Work on yourself, evolve, improve, show him that you are someone who has a character who can be trusted over time, that his quality of life will remain the same if he chooses to be with you. Many women mess up and they try to come back. Many good black men will tell you that. The woman is always trying to come back after she's crossed that extreme line of disrespect, but by that time, that man can't take you back, because on an unconscious level, if he takes you back, he's giving you permission to increase your level of disrespect. That man respects himself, and don't ever underestimate how much a man respects himself. Don't ever underestimate that. So show up to that man the right way. Show up to him the same way that he's showing up to you. And you don't have to be coming back trying to explain yourself after you've crossed the extreme line of disrespect. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to come back if you remain in this space. It's that simple. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach, bringing you a video today titled, How to Keep a Good Man. And once again, you know it, my messages are inspired by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, and also How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at www.matthewchorne.com. And if this video has been of value to you, I'm available for coaching. Email me at matthewchorne23@gmail.com. If you like the content of the message and feel as if that we can get together with a consultation and map out a game plan for you to get what you want with the opposite sex, then go ahead and get in contact with me, matthewchorne23@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to help me to grow the channel. And once again, if you have found value in this video and in this message, and you want to support the cause of what I'm doing, my donation information will be in the description. Thank you all for spending some time with me once again, and I'll have some more videos coming at you very soon. See you soon.